Turkish ground troops have crossed into northern parts of Syria as part of a campaign to push back Kurdish fighters. Around 1,000 Turkish soldiers and Syrian rebel fighters are involved in the offensive, with Turkey's Prime Minister saying it aims to create a safe zone by pushing back Kurdish YPG militia. The campaign risks increasing tensions with the US, which is supporting the YPG in the fight against the Islamic State group. France is also urging Turkey to pull back and says it plans to call for an emergency meeting in the UN Security Council over the issue. Well, Ian McGilvray is an expert on Turkey and Middle Eastern politics from the University of Melbourne. He joins me now. So Ian, just what's the background to this military action first?
So, Roz, basically what we have here with the Turkish invasion of northern Syria and the Afrin canton is that Turkey has seized the rising and resurgent Kurdish nationalism on its border as an existential threat. This is tied to its own battle with the Kurdistan Workers' Party in Turkey that has been going on for 30 years. So they see the YPG and the PYD, the Democratic Union Party in northern Syria and these cantons, as an existential threat to their national security.
And who are the Kurdish YPG and what role have they played so far in the whole Syrian conflict?
So the People's Protection Units have played a very pivotal role in the fight against ISIS. They've been supported by the US and trained particularly to fight against ISIS, and we saw with the successful Battle of Raqqa. So they've played a very key part in the battle against ISIS. What
risks is Turkey running in taking this action?
Well, Turkey potentially has the risk of leading to a very protracted conflict in northern Syria. Unlike its operation that happened in 2016, in which Turkish troops went into northern Syria to fight ISIS, what we have now is that within the Kurdish-dominated areas, that Turkey could become locked down and bogged down in the region as it fights pretty much Kurdish-dominated area. It also has the potential to kind of destabilize the region further and sort of derail the already in progress Geneva and Astana talks, which could actually lead to confrontation and a sort of deterioration in relations with the United States and, of course, with Russia.
Well, that's right. The US is backing the YPG. What's their reaction been so far?
The US reaction has been somewhat muted. They have this actual response, Turkish response, is towards the Trump administration actually announcing that it's going to support 30,000 more Kurdish and train 30,000 more Kurdish troops on the border. So the US has tried to push Turkey to show restraint. However, it's not been very successful.
And how's this playing out in Turkey itself, Ian? Is this a popular move?
Look, within Turkey itself, there's a large rising nationalist sentiment. Turkey has been engaging with the Kurdish threat as they see it for many decades, so that it's quite popular at the moment, this conflict within Turkey. However, if the conflict becomes more protracted and more drawn out, we could see that popular support wane.
And is this operation likely to be over quickly? From what you said so far, it seems not.
Look, personally, it has the potential to be drawn out. At the moment, Turkish troops, along with their allies, the Free Syrian Army, are on the outskirts of Afrin. And we also have to see what will happen with the UN vote later today.
Well, France is urging restraint. You mentioned the UN vote. How likely is it that Turkey will have second thoughts about this action?
It's possibly not very likely. You know, there is this kind of blustering about invading Afrin has been going on since 2015 and has been ramped up within the previous weeks. So it would be very, very unlikely that we would see Turkish troops withdraw from the region.
Yeah. More broadly then, Ian, what's the state of the battle against IS in Syria?
Well, look, IS is in a very precarious position at the moment. But what we have here is that with this Turkish invasion, YPG troops will actually be pulled away from their operations against ISIS. So we could see ISIS try to gain a foothold again. It's unlikely, but there is a potential of it happening.
Ian McGilvray, thank you.
Thank you very much.